Okay, before I begin today's video, I just want to say that I might be doing a Q&A soon, so if you have any questions that you'd like me to answer, I'll happily make a video answering them. That said, I'll probably only make a video if I get enough questions, so hopefully you guys will deliver a bunch of them. Anyway, with that said, let's get into today's video. Chapter 520 Review: Dragon or Demon. This chapter was really good. It did without a doubt put Fairy Tail back on track after chapter 519, which was a fucking mess. So let's go through what went down in this chapter. It starts off with Ursa, Eileen and Wendy, where we left off in 519. Eileen died, but apparently Wendy also catches wind of Makarov's death. She says something like she can no longer smell Makarov and that she first thought it was because of all the soldiers and all the people around messing up her sense of smell, but then she realizes the sad truth. So Wendy and Ursa have a moment, and you can see the sadness in Ursa as well as Wendy starting to tear up a little bit. A sad moment indeed. And then we get to the good part of this chapter, Natsu, Dragnil's dream. He's still having a chat with Ignil, and apparently, as I kinda predicted, Natsu is told he must choose between dragon or demon, which is actually a trick question to Natsu, because when Natsu refuses to pick either, he says he wants to be a human, not a dragon nor a demon. Both seeds crumbles as is seen in a panel, and Ignil tells him that he picked the right choice. When this choice has been made, everything starts to light up and suddenly Natsu is awake once again. Now, I wasn't too satisfied with how he woke up, but because I've literally been counting down chapters for him to wake up, I didn't really care too much about it. It did make sense at least. Natsu has done these things numerous times throughout the series. So even if everyone doesn't agree that him breaking through the dream with sheer force of will, I think it works even if I had preferred it to happen differently. And as Natsu wakes up, both Lucy and Happy are overjoyed to see Natsu finally open his eyes. And of course Lucy brings up the fact that if Seraph dies, Natsu dies as well. So Natsu gets a bit steamy on Happy for actually telling Lucy this without his permission, but it's apparently fine. And then of course Natsu questions the naked situation between Natsu and Lucy. And Lucy, being herself, of course, she tries her best to make sense of things and fails miserably. I think she says something like things aren't what they seem, or something along the same meaning. But things don't end there, of course, because we see a massive light start to shine everywhere, and it turns out that it's actually Universe 1 being reversed back, which I also kind of mentioned in another video, except the people aren't returned to where they were when it was cast. The reason for this, I imagine, is simply because they're not in the same place as they were when Universe 1 was actually cast. As we know, Natsu, Lucy and Happy were actually with August when it was cast, and now when it was reversed, they're actually in Lucy's house. So on that basis, we can assume Gajil isn't actually sent back into the underworld or whatever. I mean, Levi even held on to Gajil, so if he was sent back, obviously Levi would go with him, and I don't think Hiro would do that. It's not very Fairy Tail-like, if you know what I mean. The chapter more or less ends with that, and we of course have the next chapter's title, which is The Strongest Wizard, and that title is screaming of August so much, possibly Gildarts or even Acnologia, maybe all three of them. So yeah, I'll predict that on Monday as usual. So this chapter then, it was really nice. I mean, 519 was, you know, bad, so to have 520 turn out okay was really nice. Like I said before, it didn't turn out the way I expected it, but at the end of the day, I don't mind how things went down. I mean, Natsu was in his dream for so long, things were actually starting to get a bit meh. But now, with Natsu back on his feet, the male protagonist of the series, I'm sure we're going to get some crazy shit going down, even maybe in the next chapter. I don't really think August and Natsu will fight given the result right now. I mean, Natsu might be super powerful, we just don't know at this point because of the seed situation. Kinda looked like the seeds broke, you know, but maybe his Dragon Slayer magic still remains within him, even though I don't think it will, because from my understanding, the seed is kind of the source of their magic, so if the Dragon Seed is gone, his Dragon Slayer magic should be gone, but I don't think that's gonna be the case anymore. It might just be that the Dragon Seed actually needed to be in their bodies when they were learning the magic, and even if it's removed later on, the magic might still remain. At least that's my theory for now. Anyway, I'll be wrapping up my review here. Let me know what you guys think about this chapter down below in the comments. Also, don't forget about the Q&A questions if you have any. And as always, if you did, please like this video if you enjoyed and subscribe if you're new to my channel. See ya soon.